In this short video, we'll talk about supervised versus unsupervised learning. Broadly speaking, machine learning problems break down into supervised and unsupervised learning problems. In a supervised learning problem, we have access to data that contains both predictor variables, which machine learning experts tend to call attributes or features, and a response variable. That's a variable that we're trying to predict. That response variable might be categorical if we're trying to predict which warfare community a midshipman will join, or it might be quantitative if we're trying to predict the explosive output of a set of munitions. In a supervised learning problem, we get to see the answer in past cases. This data helps us learn to predict the response variable when we have new data that only contains the predictor variables. In unsupervised learning, we don't get to see examples of data with the response variable. For instance, the Marines at Quantico gathered midshipman feedback about Leatherneck. The electronic survey data was used to identify areas that needed improvement, think food service, and areas that were popular. The next Leatherneck may feature even more challenges on the extended marchers. Major Coleman, currently at the U.S. Naval Academy, gathered this information from hundreds of written comments using natural language processing tools that he learned in his master's studies in operations research at the Naval Postgraduate School. This was an example of unsupervised learning because the data itself didn't come with classification labels. Similar examples of unsupervised learning occur in research, group research papers into clusters of similar papers, and marketing, group consumers into clusters of shoppers with similar behavior. So the takeaway is that the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning is that in supervised learning, we get to see data where we know the answers. In unsupervised learning, we don't.